Hi guys, welcome to this week's webinar. Sorry for the mix up earlier with the time zones. It seems that GoToWebinar show my time zone as a wrong one kind of thing, so I was here an hour earlier trying to start the webinar. So my mistake, and glad to see you all here. We're going to get going in a minute or two when it gets up to 8 o'clock my time.
Can we just have a yes in the questions for people to make sure you can hear us both? Okay, that's great. Quite a lot of yeses coming in pretty quickly.
Yeah, and if you can see my screen, let me know, please.
Yeah, if you just put a 2 in the box, if you can see the screen. Okay, excellent. Lots of 2s flying in there. That's great.
Okay, great.
All the technical issues have been resolved, I think.
Yep.
Okay, before we start, there's just one quick question we'll fire off from Tyler, who came in a little bit earlier and asked a question for you, Richard. Where can I find a link to my profile so I could do things like update my email address or change my password?
Now, yeah, that's a decent question. Now, at the moment, it's if you come up to the top here, you'll see the logout button. Now, on the videos that I shot for tutorials, there was a lot of people have come to me and said, where's my profile section, which is here. Now, we had to take it out due to a conflict with the passwords that are being generated by Digital Access Pass and JVZoo. So what we did is we've taken it out and we're going to add it back in. So within the next few days, you'll see your profile section pop back there. Just let me close my email down. You'll see your profile pop back there, so you're going to be able to do things like change your email, change your username, change your password, all that kind of good stuff. So that'll probably be sometime next few days.
Okay, that's great, and that's all the questions out of the way. So if you'd like to just start whenever you're ready. Thanks, Richard.
Okay, thank you. In fact, before I start, I've got a lot of complaints about my chair last week. I'll just change my chair. Just give me a second. I'll change it for a non-squeaky one. Right, okay. Yeah, so I've got quite a few things to tell you this week. Got a lot of updates to the software and a lot coming tonight as well. Now, I'm hoping, let me move this down. I'm hoping everybody can see my screen all right now. If you can see, this is the start of the new UI for Pixel. Lots more to go in this, but as you can see, the canvas area is much, much bigger now. Even if you're on a smaller resolution screen, you've got a much bigger working canvas to be able to work with, because the section here, which is stretched out previously, has now gone, so it's completely one window. And you can see everything's just a little bit smaller, so you've got a bigger working canvas to work in. So I hope that solves a lot of people's problems they had with the resolution. Now, I've tried that on some smaller screens that I've got, and it works perfectly. So that's one thing that's come. It's tired me out carrying that chair across. Now, the other thing is what we've did. If you notice, we had all the buttons across the top here, which were the video one, the text, the buttons, video, shape, menus, all that kind of stuff. Now, what we've done is we've moved all these into a drop-down menu here. And the reason for that is because we've got more buttons being added on, and they were going to overtake the screen. So now, when you want to add any elements into the canvas, you need to come down to this drop-down menu, which is Insert. So what that does, it inserts the elements in that were along here instead. So it's a lot easier, to get them, and it frees up this top dashboard here. Now we're in the process of having like a notice board put at the top of here, so you can see like any updates or anything like that that is you've got coming, or any technical issues you're having is going to be up here at the top. Now, another thing that we've had done is, which a lot of people have asked for, and we've had a couple of problems with it in the last 24 hours, but if you can see at the top here now, you can see the app is now secure. It's now running under HTTPS, and it's running under a SAN SSL. So what that means is you can embed these in secure sites. So for example, Shopify, now a lot of ad networks won't accept embeds unless they're on a secure server. So that cures all that. Now, we had a problem today over the last few hours with Firefox, because Firefox takes longer to propagate this SAN SSL for some reason. But all that should have been fixed now, and it should be working 100% perfect. So that's just come in today. Now, we've got the GIF download coming in. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually in yet. It's not. Now, that is coming in today. It will be in within the next probably 3 to 4 hours. I was hoping it would be done now, but it's delayed us a little bit with having the problems with the SSL certificate. So, but that is coming within the next few hours. Now, what we are doing, we've had a couple of people saying, can we make it load a little bit quicker? Now, because of this, with the software, there's so many graphic elements built into it and templates, etc. We are getting a little drag sometimes on it loading. But what my developers done, our development team, is they've actually, at the moment, they've got the load time down to 5 seconds on the load of the app. And within 3 days, they're installing some type of fancy software, and that's going to get the load down, the lead time for it loading down to 2 seconds. So, you're going to see this speed up immensely over the next few days. So that's the new features that we've added, and I hope you do agree that the UI is starting to look a lot better than it was last week. So let's see if we've got any questions.
Yeah, we've just got a question from Jeff. He's saying, when will the responsive design banners be coming?
Sorry?
He says, when will responsive design banners be coming? So I'm not 100% sure what you mean.
Right, responsive.
Jeff, is it?
We've got a lot of questions regarding responsive. Now, as we've said, we've had this question every single week, but as we've said previously, our nearest competitor, which we spoke about last week, they have over 2 million members who are paying a fee every month. So as you can imagine, they've got millions of dollars in development money, but they can't actually make HTML5 responsive, truly responsive to the browser, to the mobile browser. So, but we are actually working on it. We're trying our best to make it work, and we're hoping to, be the first to market with, true responsive HTML5 banners. You've got to remember that what the technology we're using is quite new, and with the embeds and all that kind of stuff, it's really new technology. So it's we're kind of at the cutting edge of it. So to answer your question, it's not possible at the moment to have these responsive, and as I said, even our nearest competitor can't make that work.
Okay. John Corbett says, rotator banners, how exactly are they functioned to work effectively? I'm not 100% certain what you actually mean.
So I'm assuming, we've covered this previously, but I'll go through it again. When you add a banner into the campaign, for example, this has got two in. Just minimize this screen. It's got 2 in, so if the more you put in, the more the campaign splits the traffic between them. So for example, we've got 2 in at the moment. So if we look at that, you see the traffic is split 40-60. So if I add another banner in here, it'll take another percentage across that. So let's go back. Let's go to this one, buttons. Yep, that's split to 50-50. So let's add another banner in here. So we'll go to unassociated banners and we'll add it into the campaign of button. So we've got 3 banners in there now. Obviously we need to switch all 3 on. So if you go now to this little edit button here, you can see it's automatically worked out that the banners need to be split, the traffic 33% each. Now you can modify that to whatever you want. If you think one banner will perform better than another banner, you can set that banner as a higher ratio. But if I'm getting your question right, what it actually does is when you put the banners in, it just splits up the traffic evenly. So if we had 10 banners in there, it'd split it up 10% each. But as I said, you can alter this traffic to whatever ratio you wish. So I'm hoping that answers the question.
Okay. William saying he's been trying to make them responsive myself. He can't seem to crack the code yet. Okay. There's a lot of people trying with him.
Yeah, I mean, we are actively trying. We really want to crack this before Christmas, because when we relaunch next year, then obviously this is going to give us a hell of a selling point across, every other HTML5 creator out there. So we are actively trying really hard to do that.
Okay, somebody says they can't stay on long. Will the replay be in the members area? Yeah, we'll always try our best to get the replay up for the next day. And what I'll do a sheet with a Q&A with all the questions that come in today, and I'll answer them all and put a PDF in there for you too. I'm sorry about the one from last week. I actually ended up in hospital for a couple of days last week, so I'm sorry, but I didn't get around to doing that yet. But I'll be putting last week's and this week's in tomorrow, all being well. So the questions and answers from last week's and this week's will go into there. John is saying, do you have retargeting pixel codes to paste into the banner creations?
Pixel retargeting codes? I'm not quite sure what that means, sorry.
Are you talking about Facebook retargeting there? Is that what you're asking, if you can put a retargeted pixel into a HTML5 banner? Is that what you're asking? Whilst we wait for John to answer that. When is the ability to export banners in video format coming? That's from Nick.
It's coming, like I said, the GIF export's coming today. The MP4 format will probably follow within the next, I'd be hoping to be talking about it next week.
Cleta says she's got a black screen, she's using Chrome. A couple of people had this problem before, and what we've told people to do is just, if you log off, go to webinar and log back on, come back into the webinar. So just disappear for 20 seconds, come back on. It usually refreshes and sorts itself out. It's just a glitch that GoToWebinar has. It's nothing to do with your browser, I don't think. And John says, yes, those are pixels, but work across other social media and WordPress platforms too. Sorry, John, I can't quite understand what you've said there. I think you got a bit of a typo in there. I'm trying to work out what you've tried to type. I'm sorry, if you could just retype that.
I just seen a question come in saying from Rob Davenport, could you paste through the loading of a template and then view that template in the UI? Yep, I can do that. So to use the template section, as you can see, the templates are here. Now at the moment we have this in a tab format. Now we are editing this as we speak. We're going to have a date search, so you can search via the newest templates, also via different niches at the moment. Each template is, tagged to a niche. So, for example, health. You'll see the health ones. Buy, make money online, sell, work online, practice. Let's go back to health. So if you want to use a template, all you need to do is click on it. Now it'll open in a window so you can preview it. Or it should do. I'm just wondering if this is to do with the SSL certificate going in. It's working fine for me this morning. Try a different one. Right, there's something amiss with the template gallery, but you can view the templates here. To use the template, all you need to do is click it. Right. No, it's not going to work. Try that again. No. We're running a code setup to make all these secure, so I'm assuming that's what's happening at this moment in time. Because at the moment they were all on the old HTTP, all the embeds, so he's running a code to update everything to a secure certificate, a secure URL. So I'm assuming that's what's happening at this moment in time. Yeah. I would assume that's what's happening. They were working fine this morning, and he did tell me they were running a code to do it, so I would assume that's the problem with it at the moment. It will be probably sorted within the next hour. It may even be sorted before we finish this webinar, so I'll try that question a little bit later.
Yeah, a couple of people said it's working for them fine, so I think we just need to go back a bit later with that, Richard. There's quite a few questions coming in. Would it be possible to organise a font list and template list in a numeric alpha arrangement so we can search through and find what we're looking for?
Yeah. Question. The font one is being done. What we're going to do is we're going to give an example of the font before you add it in, and it's going to be in alphabetical order. The template one it's going to be searchable rather than being in alphabetical order, because we're adding constantly, probably 5 to 10 templates a day. So we rather than just list everyone, we're going to kind of do a tag and a search database. So it just makes it a lot easier. At the point where I've got, like, say, 900 templates in there, to load them all at one point, it's going to be just, too hard for the app.
Okay. John is saying, well, the clicked on banner, it registers to visitors' IP and follows them around the web, reminding them.
Yeah, I mean that you're talking about a retargeting pixel that can be added into HTML depending on what kind of code it is. If it's a HTML tag, it can. If it's JavaScript, it can't be.
Yeah. Okay. William says, can we create a template and add it to the gallery with your approval, of course?
Yeah.
We were actually looking at doing in a few marketplace anyway, weren't we?
Yeah, but it's just not ready yet. It's just not.
Yeah.
You see, at the moment, we want to make sure that we have every banner that gets pushed into this template club and into the marketplace has no hidden code or anything like that, and that's going to mess anybody's computers up. So we have to make this 100% secure for everybody. Now, not this month, probably by the end of August, as our marketplace will be there, and once that marketplace is live, the ability to push a template will be live as well.
Okay. Raymond says, thanks for answering the question on the resellers. In the files section of the resellers, it says free trials are coming soon for this. When will they be available?
Again, it's something we're working on. It won't be till after we've got the marketplace ready. So Probably be September-ish, towards the end of September. It's something that we're looking to be actively launching for version 2, but we will give resellers who are already reselling a go of it before that date.
Yeah. Okay. Drew says, can the YouTube thumbnail be animated? That'd probably have a lot of resource using up, I would have thought.
Right. What? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean. You mean the actual thumbnail, the image thumbnail?
Yeah, the image thumbnail, turn it into an animation one.
No, not because it's already a static image, so it's not possible to do that.
Okay.
It resides on YouTube servers.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you set the YouTube video, they actually give you an option of 3 different thumbnails, and that's what we're pulling through.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Ronaldo says, is the webinar being recorded? Yes, we'll hopefully have this up by tomorrow in the members area for you to watch back. Carol says her template review is working fine.
Right, it must be just I may need to reboot it, that's all, because I might be using a lot of resources. We're running GoToWebinar as well.
Somebody hasn't got their name on here, just R, says, I'm new to the program. Can you show me how to install this program on my computer? There is actually no install because it's not a program that's installed on your computer. This is a SaaS program, so it just runs through your browser. So you don't actually need to install anything. You just need to go to the login URL that you sent, and use the username and password, and then you will get to the same screen as what Richard's got on his machine now.
If you can't find your logins, just open a support ticket and we will help you out.
John says, what about you people providing the code? Are you still talking about retargeting? Yeah, John. I mean, at the end of the day, all you need to do is to get the retargeting pixel from somebody like, I think, Perfect Audience or Facebook.
Yeah.
Will provide the ones that can be used. It's just what Richard was saying before. Lots of different people allow you to create retargeting pixels. It's just you have to get the one that's in the correct format to use.
Yeah, for example, JavaScript or anything like that can't be added in. But I mean, we do have our own pixels, but they're not retargeting pixels.
Yeah. Ivan says, where will the marketplace be accessible from?
It will be an open marketplace. It will be open to everybody. I mean, this is, like I said, it's not going to be ready for quite a while yet. It's going to be towards end of August, beginning of September. We want to make sure it's 100% ready before, we kind of push it out to you guys.
Yeah. John says, what is the best way to show a client the template that we've created for them?
I mean, personally, if I was showing a client what I'd actually created for them, and depending on how you are selling that client the work, I'd host it via do the download HTML5 section, host that on your computer, and just show it from there. Now, if you're running embeds for them and ads for them and that kind of thing, then you can give them the embed code to use, but to actually show them the banners that you're building them, I'd download them and build them via HTML.
Yeah, I mean, one way I would probably do it. I mean, if you're doing this on a regular basis, I mean, I'd set up almost just a web page where you can show them it working on the net, and then you can just send them the link to the page that you've set up and show them what banners you've created. They could choose the one they wanted, then you can give them the code for it.
I mean, we were, before we launched this, looking at kind of having not a marketplace, but like a portfolio. So I will look around, see if there's anything that we can integrate, so you can kind of host a portfolio of banners online.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, obviously won't be something we'll do in the near future, but it's something we could look at doing, is creating a portfolio for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there are any free scripts out there or free themes that we could kind of integrate
and tweak it. Yeah. Okay, we'll have a look at that. I made a note of that. We'll see if we can design some sort of portfolio for people.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Raymond says, if I sell someone a lifetime subscription to Pixel and they get the upgrade for 2.0 at no additional charge. We've mentioned this a bit before, Raymond, that we haven't actually decided on what it will be, but we will have to have some minimal fee for an upgrade because of the admin costs for moving stuff across and migrating, but it would be a minimal fee, I think. But we still haven't decided on this yet. We need to look at the costs and everything. Okay, so Tom says, is there a way to have the banner pop up with someone tries to leave the page?
Yeah, that's quite easy to do. So if you come across to all graphics and it's in a campaign, now you've got embed code and embed overlay code. So if you come to embed overlay code, you see you've got the center, top, or bottom, so you choose wherever you want it to show. Now you've got on page load, on delay, so that you can set to seconds if you want it to say pop up after, I don't know, 20 seconds, for example. And then you've got exit intent. So what that does is it'll pop the banner when the person, goes to leave the site. So all you need to do is come across to embed overlay, choose where you want, then use on exit intent and use that code there.
Okay, great. Nick says, can we import videos other than from YouTube?
Yes, you can. You can use, you can import anything from that, again, has an embed code. So you can embed it into, so for example, you could use a Vimeo embed, a Dailymotion embed, as long as they're true embed codes rather than JavaScript calls, then that is fine. But you can't add it via the video, you can only add it via the embed. The video insert only works with YouTube, but this will work with anything that has a HTML5 HTML embed.
Okay, that's great. I think we've pretty much through most of these questions now, I think, Richard. 2 seconds. So I'm trying to fight my way through.
Yeah, is that about it?
I think we're pretty much there with the questions that have been asked at the moment.
Right, is there anything anyone would like me to show them on here? Anything that they'd like me to preview, show them how to do, anything like that? Just reload my page as well.
Thomas says, mine is not working in the template area. In fact, has never been able to use a template. If you want to raise a support ticket, Tom, if you're saying you've never been able to use it, then we'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, that was working fine for me this morning. With the templates, we are actively, like I said, is running a script at the moment to make out all the old templates retroactive, like HTTPS and secure. So that's probably why they're not showing. But I'm going to let them know as soon as I come off this call that obviously I can't use it at the moment.
Yeah, and we've actually created a new URL for the support, so it's a much easier one now. If anybody wants to use the support and raise a ticket for anything, it's just pixel.support. I'll post that in here for everybody, so you've got access to the new link. A couple more questions coming in now, I think. Rob says, where does this error come from? Sum of all banner percentages must be 100.
Right, so you can't obviously, if you've got 4 banners, well, for example, 3 banners, you can't set each banner to, like, say, 33, 33, 31, because it must total 100. Otherwise, it can't work out which way to split the traffic. So it's got to be a sum of 100%. So, for example, 2 banners are 50-50 each, or 40-60, 30-70. It must total 100, else it just won't work. I'll just seen one from RR. What are good templates for promoting lawyers? We don't have any at the moment, but we have got some coming. But if you want, and I've been saying this to everybody in support, We've got a team who are actively making banners every single day in lots of different niches. Now, if you want a specific kind of niche, as long as we can make it and as long as it's legal, then we will do that request. I mean, you can't request daily, but if anybody's in the template club or on enhanced or whatever, you can send us a support ticket and say that you would like, say, like RR's just out for promoting lawyers, and we will look at putting you a set of banners together for, to be able to promote lawyers.
Yeah, cool. Rob says, where is that set at? I think it's when you were talking about the 100. Did you show that on the screen? Or?
Yeah, of course, yeah, no problem. I'll go back to our graphics. So if this is the one that I was playing around with, and it's called button. So you see this little edit window here. All you need to do is click on that. And when you click on the edit button, you'll see it sets like that. So as you can see, I put this banner in, this one in the test button. So I didn't have to change it. Automatically split it up to 33, 33, 34, but it wouldn't let me, for example, do that at 31. If I tried to update it, then it'd give me an error because obviously it's got 33, 31, 34. It doesn't total 100%. But to set that, when you've created a campaign, all you need to do is come into this little edit window here and edit whatever you wish to be split between the banners. Now, we created it like that because obviously if you're split testing 10 banners, for a campaign, what it does then, it'll work out, it'll tell you the views, the clicks, the conversions when using the conversion code, this pixel here. So you can instantly work out of the 10 banners, which is, obviously the best performing ones, and you can start turning off the banners here that you don't wish to be in the campaign. And as you turn them off, it'll direct the traffic to the banners that are active. So if you have, for example, 4 banners and you had 25% each, when you turn one off, it goes to 33, 33, 34. And then you test those 3 till you get, till you've got kind of the perfect ratio for your banners.
Okay, cool. A couple of people have asked this again. It's asking to know whether they've got the normal or the enhanced version. I think you check that, Richard.
It doesn't actually tell you on screen what the version is because it's not like so for example, a WordPress plugin that you get the light version, the pro version. This is, the enhanced version is just that. It has extra functionality built in. It has the extra embed section built in. It has the extra pop-up section built in. So they're actually built into the app. So if you've got like the normal version, you won't see certain things inside the application that you would do on enhanced. But there's no actual physical way to show that in the application because everybody logs into the same application. Just people can do certain things with theirs that others can't.
Okay, cool. Walt is saying he's only just got access to Pixel. What's the best way to get up to speed? Well, I'd recommend that the first thing anybody does when they're logging into the app is to go into the resources area and go through the tutorials before they even start to try and build a banner. I think that's where people get lost. If you go through all the videos that are there before you even begin to make your first banner, you have a bit of an advantage. And also what there is in there as well is obviously the past webinars that we've done. You can watch those, and there's also the Q&As that we did. So for each webinar that we've done, all the questions then get answered and put into a PDF document. So what I would do is just take some time before you try to use it, Walt, and then you won't sort of get overwhelmed by it, and just slowly work your way into it. And once you get up to speed with it, then you might have a few questions that you want answering. Okay, we've got Raymond says, I paid $247 for the upgrade to Pixel Commercial. Is this the reseller's account? I forgot what I paid it for. No, the resellers was for everybody on the front end, Raymond. You've actually got the commercial license.
So you get the fully updated templates, you've got the extra embeds, you've got the ability to be able to commercially sell, access to the banners, all that kind of stuff.
You basically got everything, Raymond. You can do what you want with it.
I just saw somebody ask a question about uploading some of my pics.
It's all sorted, that, don't worry. It's done. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm just going to take it to be a size, that's all. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Is there a guide somewhere that tells us what sizes go with which Facebook components? For instance, what size would I use to create an ad creative?
Yep, all that's in there. If you take a look at the side, we're gonna group these a little bit better together, and we're gonna add some more in. But we've got, like, for example, Facebook ad is there, Twitter profile, Twitter header, Twitter profile, Facebook group. We're gonna be adding some more social sizes in here for Pinterest, when Instagram, all those kind of stuff. Excuse me. So a lot of more social ones coming. But yeah, if you want to, for example, create a Facebook profile, just come across that, or Facebook group header. All the sizes are all there, and they're all current to what it is at this moment in time.
Okay. Tyler says when he's publishing, it redirects to a URL. He's given us the URL with this error. This site on the company, organization, or school intranet has the same URL as an external website. Could you just raise a support ticket with that, please, Tyler? And we'll have a look at that. I'll drop you the URL so you can raise a ticket. Sweet. So John says the background settings, the images are not there to show the feature.
Background settings are found in Canvas properties. Here, if you go to background settings, they're here. So for example, if you want to upload an image, click on image. You've got the triangles ones. If you want to, I think if that's what it means.
Okay, and can you just show, Jonathan's asking in the tutorial videos section, where is it? Can you just show that on the screen again for people so they can see where they can find the videos? There's two places that, sorry, I'll let you do it, Richard.
All right, sorry. If you come across to the left-hand side, click on resources, you'll see all, at first we've got some little tips, tricks here at the top. We've got the basics all the way down, and we've got the bonus tutorials here. This is for people who've got the bonus sections. We've got the webinars here. You'll see that you can actually play it on your computer, or you can download the question and answer, or download the video to your hard drive. Then we've got some more extra help ones at the bottom. These are just to do with different effects and things like that. And these are being updated kind of every day. Every day we're adding either a tutorial video or a help video in this section. And obviously the webinars weekly.
Okay, and then Andrew's asking now, which you could probably show from this screen. We actually went through this last week. Andrew did a whole webinar on the reseller. So there is a webinar in there which you can actually go into this, where Richard is now, and watch the webinar we did last week about the resellers, because you're asking about what it is and how you should use it. But there is a section in this screen now that Richard's on, where it's got all your reseller files.
Yeah.
But there is the tutorials and everything in there. Plus, if you watch the webinar from last week, Richard did go through a lot of questions on the resellers for people.
The resellers is just on the top.
Yeah. Mildred's asking what is the support email. I'll send a message to everybody now with the URL. We don't have an email. We just have a URL. If you go to it and put your support into the support site. I'll send that out to everybody now.
John Davison just asking, I thought you could not use HTML5 for Facebook. Yeah, you're correct. You can't use HTML5 for Facebook. But obviously, I mean, our main
you can still create a static banner.
Yeah. Our main selling point is obviously HTML5 banners. But there's no reason to not use this for creating normal static banners. I used it to create really quickly create, I think, 15 Facebook ones yesterday that I was using for retargeting, and they were all static banners. Just a lot easier than going into kind of Photoshop and doing it.
Andrew's saying, can you show us a Twitter header built using Pixel?
Again,
I don't use Twitter, so I'm afraid I can't do anything with that one.
And neither do I. I don't use Twitter, so I mean, I'm not sure.
We could do it for you, Andrew, next week. It's not a problem. I could build one, and I'll drop it in next week if that's what you want me to do.
I mean,
just let me know. If you want one building, I could do a couple of examples for you. It's not an issue.
But the only thing is, you cannot do one in HTML5. It's not possible.
It will just be a static. It'll be a static header.
Yeah. I mean, it's different for embeds into Twitter. I'm not sure if you can embed HTML5 into their what they call the thingy cards, their screen cards, whatever they call them. But I know you can't put them onto your profile or your profile header and things like that. They're only static.
Johnny's asking how we can change his password, which is, we are going to get that functionality pulled back in very soon. But at the moment, if you need to change your password, you just need to raise a support ticket, I'm afraid, John. So again, if you just look at the URL that I shared to everybody, you can do it from there.
Yeah, it will be done within the next few days. We're just waiting for this new UI to start coming in, HTTPS to set up, and then once the GIF is in, then that's the next job. It may be done by the weekend, in fact.
Okay, Kat is saying, did you hold the Pixel competition yet? If so, I must have missed it. If that's the one to find someone to do the banners, we haven't done that yet, but keep an eye out for it because there will be a competition coming out soon.
What we wanted to do with that, we want to give people more time to get used to the application. Yeah. Because a lot of people, it's not struggling, but obviously we want to make sure it was fair to everybody. And rather than
we delayed that for that reason, Kat. The reason that the competition hasn't been started yet is just to give everybody a chance to get up to speed with it and it's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom says, is there a way to clone a button once I have formatted it on the banner?
No, but there will be. Again, that feature is coming. It's on the next 10 to-dos. So it'll be, we've got a huge feature to-do list, and that is one that is. In fact, he may have already added it, and I may not have seen it. Just let me check. No, it's not done yet. But we will have a clone button on here, so you'll be able to clone elements, not just on buttons, but on text and images and everything that you've got on your canvas. You're going to be able to clone and duplicate.
Yeah, great. And then Andrew's saying, is that the same for LinkedIn? I think you're talking about the whether you can have a HTML5 header.
I don't.
It's out of our hands. It's out of our hands with these things, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I'm sure at some point they will allow it. It's just when they do it. I mean, all I can say to you is just to test to see if it works. That's what I would suggest to do. Yeah,
I mean, Google's they're pushing it out really actively now, and I'd expect the social networks to follow suit pretty easily, pretty quickly.
Okay, and Andrew says, is it possible for you to do a video on using Pixel in social media, i.e. the best way to use Pixel in Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter? We could probably look at doing a webinar or something on the social media side of it in a couple of weeks, couldn't we?
It's no problem, yeah.
I think what we want to do, I'll let you speak about this, which is about doing a marketing one, because you're going to be away, aren't you, for a couple of weeks? So
we did say that not next week, the week after, we're going to start the marketing webinars. Now, I did say that, but I forgot I'm at a wedding in Cyprus for 2 weeks, and I'm just not sure what type of internet connection I'm going to get over there. So I can't guarantee that we're going to have it. So what we're going to do is we'll have no webinars the time I'm away, and the week I'm back, we're going to have 2 back-to-backs where we'll have a marketing webinar and a Q&A as well.
Yeah. Nikki's saying, is the Inspired Soft help desk no longer available? Yes, it is. It's just that URL is just easier to remember, and it just redirects to the same place, Nick. So you can use either. It's just that one's a much easier one to remember. That's the reason we did it. Um, no, sorry, Deborah. Sorry, I'm just laughing. Deborah says, "Did you say your wedding? You better not be working." No, we're just going to someone
Oh,
else's wedding.
my wedding. I've been married 30 years, so.
Couple of people saying a webinar on social media would be very helpful. Yeah, I think we'll put one of those together, which we'll come up with something we can do for social media.
I mean, some of the social networks like LinkedIn, I don't really use actively, but I mean,
I can go in and have a look at it.
yeah,
I'll spend a day.
I mean, Facebook, that's a different thing altogether, and Twitter, I actively buy traffic on Twitter, but I'm not an expert. I don't like to claim something I'm not, but
no, we're not experts, but I'm sure we can find something out.
Yeah. I can find somebody who is like you.
Yeah. And also saying Instagram too. Yeah, we'll probably if you give us a few weeks, we'll speak to some people that we know that are good at each of these networks, and we'll probably be able to come up with something for you guys. This is probably quite built into the marketing, to be quite honest with you. We could probably add that into the marketing webinar. We could do a section on social media.
Yeah, well, what I think we should do is probably put a question and answer out to all users and see what they'd like to see in the marketing webinars. Give them.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I'll do actually. I'll email everybody out. We could even do a survey to them, but we'll email you guys out asking what you want to see on the market and what it is that you want to learn, and then we'll pull on whatever knowledge we've got on the people around us that we know, and hopefully we can answer everything that you guys want.
Yes.
So we'll put it out. We'll send an email out in the next few days, and then wait a week or so to accumulate all the questions, and then we'll be able to design the marketing webinar around what people are after and what it is that they're wanting to learn, basically.
Yeah, because I mean, we'd rather show you something that you want to know rather than what we think you want to know. It just makes more sense.
Okay, no problem, Tom. We'll hopefully be doing these every week. He said he appreciates these webinars where we can actually answer the questions. But like I said, unfortunately, we will be not doing any for about
we were going to do
2 weeks.
Yeah,
we'll do one next week, and then the day before you go away, Rich, and we'll do one the day after you come back as well. So we'll do them as close as we can, but we will be missing for 2 weeks, I'm afraid. Yeah. But after that, we'll be okay again.
Yeah. Yeah. Have we got any more?
No, just thanks everybody. We're just getting some nice comments off people saying that they appreciate the webinars and they're awesome and stuff, which is great to hear. I mean, as long as you guys are happy, we'll keep on doing them. It's when you guys don't like them, then they'll stop. But at the moment, we're getting good feedback, so we don't mind doing these every week.
I mean, we really wanted to get going on these marketing ones earlier and dive more into Pixel, how to use it effectively. But obviously, each week we're adding these features, which is great to be able to add the features. But kind of they've overtook each webinar. So that's why it's been a little bit longer than we expected. And obviously, we've got so many features that we're adding into Pixel that we kind of, we wanted to get it really, perfect for you guys, like to be able to start using effectively.
Yeah. Like we've always said, that we'll do these as often as we can. But what we're here to do is just to make this work for everybody. So any suggestions you guys have, I mean, we obviously can't do everything, and we can't do everything straight away, but we will look at every single thing that gets suggested. And if it's doable, we'll try our best to do it for you guys. And we do appreciate questions as well, because then we know what people are struggling with, and it makes it easier for us to help everybody. So any questions you ever have, feel free to fire them in. And I think what I'll probably do, actually, I've just been thinking about this, Rich, I'll probably put together some sort of like survey, question and answers, and then have an open bit in it as well, where people can put in the comments anything that they don't like in Pixel, anything they want to change, anything they think that's not quite right. So I'll put this together in the next couple of days, and we'll get that out to everybody so they can give us some feedback offline, and then we can then address them when we do the next webinar.
Yeah, and with regards to the marketing webinar, I mean, it doesn't have to just be about Pixel. It can be driving traffic or anything, because obviously we want to help the users who are reselling Pixel to be able to drive traffic to their sales pages. So it doesn't have to be just about using graphics in social media or Facebook ads or buying traffic or anything like that. It can be about, obviously driving traffic to sales pages. It can be anything, email marketing, don't mind. Anything to do.
Yeah, we've got, between us, we have quite varied background and getting traffic to sites and doing things like that, and we've got quite a lot of years experience, so anything that you guys want to know, I mean, we're quite willing to share what we've learned, because it's beneficial to us if you are doing reselling and sending traffic to it anyway. So we're quite happy to share everything we know. Just ask us the questions, basically.
Yeah, exactly what Paul said. Like, I mean, I've worked online 20 years, so I've got quite a good knowledge, like from driving traffic to building sites to whatever you can imagine. But and like I said, it doesn't have to be about Pixel. It can be about anything. So
yeah, the marketing ones, I think it's fair that we'll take that as a broad thing. It won't just be Pixel. We'll just do a broad marketing type webinar that should be of benefit to everybody then. I think everybody would love to learn how to get good traffic to site.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's any other questions, anything anyone wants to see on the screen that we could do quickly. Otherwise, I know Rich is in a bit of a rush this week.
I'm on after 10 minutes, Paul, so I've got Joanne.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Excellent.
Andrew, sorry.
Andrew saying, I assume these banners can't be placed into an Outlook email. Again, the static ones could be, but if it's the HTML5 ones, no, at the moment they can't be. I mean, I personally think that a lot of companies will start to adopt HTML5.
Yeah,
in the next 6 months. It's just that this is like a new technology, and we're sort of a little bit ahead of the game, really. So getting to learn to use Pixel and getting to learn to build HTML5 banners could be beneficial when it actually does start getting used in a lot more of the platforms.
Also, you've got to remember as well, today when we launched the GIF export, anything you create in HTML5 is going to be able to be exported into GIF, and you can add a GIF anywhere. That's you can add a GIF onto Facebook, whatever you want.
Okay, and I saying, any suggestions on making money with this? I mean, well, the most obvious way you could actually make money with this is to go somewhere like Fiverr. That's the easiest way you could possibly do it. Because I mean, on there I've seen people on there that are charging $50 for HTML5 banner. So they're charging like 10 gigs for one banner. So you've got the software here for lifetime. You can knock these banners out probably, I don't know how long it takes some people doing 15-20 minutes to do a nice one, and you earn $50 for 20 minutes work. That's for me, that would be the easiest way if people wanted to earn some quick money. But you could also go to local businesses. It depends if you're working with offline clients and things like that, but just approach businesses and tell them you can create these amazing banners that stand out for the business and will bring 300% more clicks. So that's the two easiest ways I would have said. Don't know about you, Rich.
Yeah, I was going to say same thing, Fiverr. I mean, that's the easiest thing to get.
Yeah, because I looked on there the other night, and there's people just doing static banners on there that are costing $10, and nowhere near what you can do with Pixel. And the ones that were doing the HTML5 were charging $50 for them. So I think if people have got the time on their hands, they can make some good money, I think.
You see, you've got to remember with HTML5 to actually make them, it's a complete, to build them it takes a lot of scripting behind, so it's actually quite time consuming to build them by hand. So if you're building them in the software, it's saving a lot of time. You've got like kind of a good jump on people who are on Fiverr or building them by hand.
Yeah, you will definitely make money on Fiverr. I can guarantee that. I will guarantee if you get up to scratch with using Pixel, you can knock the banners out quite quick and you make them quite stand out. You will definitely make some money on Fiverr, no doubt about that. Nick's got a good question. He says, can I put a video into a banner? Well, we actually did this. We did a Stinger logo using videos, and what we did, we uploaded it onto YouTube and did it that way, and it did work fine. It was great. I mean, my VA did that for me because I asked her the same question, to be honest with you, and she came back and said, yeah, I've done it, and yeah, it worked fine. So that's the only way we sort of worked out to do it quickly, really. So we downloaded it from videos, we uploaded it into YouTube, and then we inserted the YouTube stinger from videos.
Yeah.
Terry says, create a new slide. I do not see the options to add text or add a shape. The gallery and template options are present.
Right, yeah.
You just want to go to that?
Yeah. It's probably just beginning that thing. See, is this for Jerry?
Jerry, yeah.
Yeah, we just added a new UI into Pixel, and as you can see, it looks starting to look completely different. So what happened is we were kind of getting overwhelmed with elements at the top, So what we did, we've decided to put them all into this drop-down box here. So you've got the text, you've got the buttons, video, shape, menu, embed, location. Because once we have the GIF, the movie upload, a couple other bits, we have a lot more elements to be coming in here, like 3D cubes and all that kind of stuff. So we realised that with the elements we've got planned, we were going to kind of take over this top area. So what we've done is just put them in one menu, and you can just, for example, if you want to add text, you just come here to the insert text, and it just works like it normally would. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Wendy says it would be awesome to get a walkthrough on adding that banner into the video like you just mentioned. I do have a... I'm just thinking if you could show another video. I mean, I could do the full walkthrough next week if you want. I don't mind doing that. I haven't got my... At the moment, because I'm answering all the questions, I don't get to see the screen. It's a bit awkward with GoToWebinar. So I'm happy to do that next week if you want, Wendy. I don't mind doing that at all. So yeah, we'll pencil that in for next week. I'll show people what we did, how we did it with videos.
Or you could shoot a quick video as well. We could add that to tutorial.
Yeah, yeah. Wendy, what I'll do actually, it's probably better because on the webinar won't be people. But what I'll do, I'll do a video of it. I'll record myself doing it and show you how I did it exactly, and I'll put it into the resources area so everyone can see how to.
Because it did really good, didn't it? Right, yeah.
Yeah, it did. It worked really well actually. So I'll get that done this week.
Yep.
Yeah, someone else has just said the same. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. So yeah, all the guys who were asking about the videos, I'll shoot a video using videos, and then I'll show how I did it and loaded it in, and I'll drop it into the resources for everybody. Couple more questions just flying in now.
I just seen one from Nick while you're answering that about can videos be uploaded to the personal storage space? No, not at the moment. There's no way to add them directly into the software, so there's no real call to be uploading any type of videos in there. And obviously, you know, the storage space is going to get filled very quickly with if it was videos. So it's only at the moment, you know, JPEGs, GIFs, things.
Yeah. Asking for another demo. I think everyone's quite happy that I'm going to do the video.
I see one from Andrew. Can I explain location? Shall I do that?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so this is for Andrew Hawkins. Can you explain location? Now, what location is? This is this one here. Now, what that does, it targets the IP of the user. So let's... you need to put a text in. So, for example, anything with GoToWebinar is panels always in your way. So enter your text. So let's put one in. So, hi, I'm from. So I've just put the text, hi, I'm from. And what I can do to that is add my locations to it. So, for example, if I go back to insert, go location, go city. So, hi, I'm from city. That tag will show the city where the viewer is located. So if I'm viewing that, now there's definitely something wrong with embeds. Right, yeah, it must be working on back end for script. So I can't actually show you working. But what that does is when that's embedded, it will actually show the city. It would show Pontefract for me. So that'll actually show the city of the viewer. So what you can do is you can target, for example, for like a local dealer, you could, you know, show them, you know, how to find cars, you know, best price of cars in, say, for example, Pontefract, if it was me. You can also do countries. So you could target for a country. If you want to like make a, I don't know, an offer available in the UK only, that'd just show, you know, that'd just target the country that was viewing it. So it's specific to the person who's viewing it via their IP.
Yeah, that's great. Ivan asked me, could I mention something about the Dark Post engine? But I don't want to mention anything on here because we did promise that we wouldn't put any sort of picture or anything into these webinars. So what I'll do, Ivan, I'll message you privately about that. Okay.
Yeah, because we did say we'd keep these webinars pitch free.
Yeah, I don't want to pitch anything in these webinars whatsoever. So I'm going to keep that separate. I'll respond to you privately about that.
Anybody who's like me who's seen this problem with the view of the templates, I can assure you that's going to be fixed in the next hour, because I'm pretty certain that it's to do with the SSL being uploaded and the banners and anything that's retroactive being made into the SSL secure. So I'm pretty sure.
Ken's just asking a good question now, saying, is there a state code that could be added as well?
State, I'd have to see.
Quite important in the USA. We'd have to have a look at that. It's a good question, is that?
Because it depends. This is pulled from a database, you see, so we need to see what.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at it.
I think we probably would be able to, actually.
I think we'll be able to, but I don't want to say yes now. But I think if we take a look at that, I think it's a good point, because I think across America it's very important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be a state tag. So I will, if you remind me tomorrow, I'll definitely have a look at that. Yeah, it should be able to be added in pretty easy.
Jerry's saying he found the insert menu. Thanks. The preview slide and preview all slides both appear to be broke.
Yeah, it's not that they're broke. What they're doing is they're making, because we've added the secure certificate in today. I mean, it was a bit of a bad time to do the webinar today, because obviously with making everything secure, it's kind of, made a few glitches, a few bugs in the software. There was nothing we could do about that, because when you add, there's no way you can test this HTTPS without adding it onto the live browser, the live software. So we always knew there was going to be a few snags, but they're all being ironed out. I'm 99% sure that it'll be done within the next hour and fixed.
Yeah, we just ask you guys to be patient, because because we're pushing so much stuff into the app to making it better. There's going to be a period the next few weeks where we still do have tiny little glitches like this, but they will all get ironed out. Yeah,
I mean, with the secure certificate, there was no way to test it before putting it into the server. It was just, once the software's live, with adding the secure certificate on the top of it, we just had to kind of do what may kind of thing. But like I said, I mean, we had a huge bug with Chrome, Firefox was worked out within an hour today. And it's kind of the development side of it. What they're doing is running a script on the back end to make everything, kind of retroactive, be HTTPS, because a lot of this stuff's already been created in a normal browser. So we kind of need to make that, back into, to secure. But like I said, it will be done today.
Okay, so Doyle is saying, can I create Explaindio videos, animations, and use them in Pixel? I've never used Explaindio, but if it's anything similar to any of the other video, the way you could do it is you create whatever you want to do in Explaindio, then export it, then upload it into YouTube, and then you can then put that into your HTML5 banner and then throw things over the top of it, do what you want to it. So it is possible. What I'll do, like I said before, I'm going to make a video of how I did it with videos, which is basically another video creation software. So it'll be pretty similar, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. If you haven't got a copy, I can easily get your copy from the owner.
Yeah, I could have a look, because I've not got a copy of that, actually. Okay, one more from William. Can you add click ID? This is required when using volume to track.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
No, I don't either, William. Sorry. Could you just maybe elaborate on that? So exactly what part of the pixel you're talking about there, and where you want the click ID to be added. I
also see the question from Nick A. He says, will the embeds work on non-HTTPS pages? Yeah, they'll work fine on HTTP normal sites, normal pages. It's just that obviously some sites won't accept unsecure embeds. Now, what we've done by adding in this, making it a secure site, we've kind of opened up being able to add this into things like Shopify, to into some ad networks that wouldn't have accepted you before. They will accept you now.
Okay. John is saying that your screen shows publisher's template and it's not on his site. That's because Richard's actually the admin for Pixel, so nobody sees what Richard sees, really. There's only a couple of accounts that do that. The people who create the templates and a couple of admins get that screen that Richard's got there.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I think I've pretty much caught up with all the questions now. We've been on for an hour, so if it's okay with everybody, I'd just like to wrap this one up this week. And as usual, I'll go back through all the questions that were asked, and I'll put together a PDF document and put it into the members area along with the replay of this. But like I said, we'll probably put out an email to everybody asking what it is you want to learn and what you want to know from the marketing perspective, and then we'll try and address as much of that as we can on the marketing webinar.
And please,
Richard comes back from Cyprus.
Yeah, please make sure you kind of fill it in. Like, we work better if the more feedback we get from you guys.
Yeah. I mean, we love the feedback. I mean, the more feedback you guys give us, the more we can work on. And we like to hear everything. If things aren't working, if things are working well, then it's all good. Whatever feedback you've got, we can take it. And William said he was going to do a support ticket for that. It's a return value. Thanks, William. If you raise a support ticket, we'll look at it. Okay, guys, so hopefully see you again next week, and thanks so much for turning up again. And as we keep saying, just keep giving us any questions, any feedback, and we'll try and address as much as we can.
Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate you being here. Speak later.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot.
Bye.
Take care now.